will Antonio Brown actually retire? Because this is the second time Antonio Brown announced he will retire by promoting his album Timothy or something like that. Let's just talk about Antonio Brown just in general, alright? This is news, but at the same time, this is my opinion on it, so I'm going to classify more as an opinion. Will Antonio Brown actually retire is the question that people are asking, but the question I want to answer is, how long will Antonio Brown be retired for? And here's why. We're going to use two athletes, for example. We're going to use one of the biggest names in sports history, and then we're going to use an athlete in the NFL. Let's do the biggest athlete name, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has to be probably the biggest name in sports history. You know what I mean? Right beside people like Tom Brady, Jerry Rice, Wayne Gretzky, and probably some baseball player I got no clue about. And Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. But when you think of it, it's always Michael Jordan. When you think of greatest athletes, you think of Michael Jordan in sports entertainment. What you don't remember is Antonio Brown retired twice. Michael Jordan retired twice as well. He retired to become a general manager for the Wizards, played for the Washington Wizards for 2 years, won championships with them, and then retired to become the general manager of Charlotte. And we know how good he is as being a general manager. Not the greatest, but the point is, he is retired and he has come back to the game. The point is, Antonio Brown retired, became a rapper, unretired, and then retired to become a rapper again. So, I don't know if this is going to be his final time retiring, but let's use someone who has retired 3 times, and someone who just doesn't do anything, and someone who is from the NFL. Marshawn Lynch, aka Beast Mode. Remember, Beast Mode retired 3 times. He retired in Seattle, unretired in Oakland, retired in Oakland, unretired to play for Seattle last season, and then retired for a 3rd time last season after they lost in the playoffs to the Green Bay Packers. You know, the whole speech where he's talking about your chicken. I'm not going to play that clip because that's probably going to be copyrighted, but who knows? But right, the point is, it's not just MJ or other players who have retired and come back to the game. People in the NFL have retired multiple times and then come back to the game. I wouldn't be surprised if Antonio Brown came back to the game either because he wants to play again or there's money on the table for him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that a team like Seattle, who Russell Wilson, their quarterback, desperately want him on the team. I wouldn't be surprised that Antonio Brown looked at that money and thought, why not? I mean, my album sucks, then yeah, sure, I'll play more football. But if it does well, then I don't have to. And that's if the allegations on Antonio Brown are false. Because remember, he was alleged stuff I don't want to talk about because that's probably going to get me demonetized. So, great. So, or what about Baltimore? That's where his cousin's at, Marquise Brown. Or what about the Texans? Because he was rumored to go there, and Deshaun Watson wants him on the team. Not as much as Wilson, but enough that someone can report about it. You know what I mean? And I bet you Antonio Brown we'll wait. We'll wait until his album's results and to see how much money is on the table for him. And here's the thing, alright? Antonio Brown could get Comeback Player of the Year if he put the dedication into it and if he actually, actually followed rules. Because Antonio Brown thought he had this God complex, that he was superior than everyone else. Because he came from a small place, a small school, a small college, and became one of the best at the game at his time. But now he's not even in the conversation. The only thing Antonio Brown's in the conversation for is the stuff he has done off the field, and probably top 3 players with huge potential, with probably the best careers in the NFL, who threw it all away. Probably next to Johnny Manziel, and probably some other Deacons list. Maybe Russell from Oakland. You know, that quarterback that everyone thought was going to be one of the greatest in the game. Yeah, he turned out he was a fraud. But will Antonio Brown actually retire? As of right now, he is. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did come back to the game. Because Antonio Brown did say he completed everything in the NFL. Not quite. Not a Super Bowl. And I bet you if he won a Super Bowl and retired, I think that, who knows, we might actually look at him as one of the best in the game. But here's the thing. What do you think of Antonio Brown? Will he actually come back to the NFL, or will he stay retired? And do you think Antonio Brown, even with all the stuff he has done, is one of the best wide receivers in NFL history?